in the land of the free, in the home of the brave, in a nation that was founded on religious freedom, the enemy has been working. Infiltrating the ranks of the enemy and of us. Pushing us, pulling us, allowing us to feel comfortable and content. Beginning May 4th, after the leak of government documents, the hearts began to turn, the emails, the messages, the hostile directives. On June 24th, with the laws around abortion being taken back to the state level, the veil was lifted, and the polarization of our nation was unleashed. Agape was targeted. We have faced persecution. We have faced hostility, threats, vandalism. The Agape team has been asked countless times, hundreds of times, are you scared? Are you safe? John 15:18-19 says, if the world hates you, know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love you as its own. But because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world will hate you. It is our privilege to identify in a small way with Jesus Christ and his suffering. We know that we are not alone. Christ is with us. You are with us. We have nothing to lose, and we have eternity to gain. So, I will ask you, is this world safe? No. Is there never a moment that fear hasn't crossed our thoughts or our minds? No. But the definition of courage is being scared and doing it anyway. So, the better question is, will we be intimidated or distracted? The answer is no. Thank you. Will we close our doors and stop the work? The answer is no, we will not. Our opposition believes that we operate out of a position of activism, policy, and politics. That isn't why we operate. We exist solely because we are pro-Jesus. Being pro-Jesus means that we love the unborn and the born, the saint and the sinner, the woman who chooses life and the woman who doesn't. But I'll tell you, being pro-Jesus and loving like him is hard, because I will tell you, when I drove up to the building and I saw what they had done, and I saw the words, God loves abortions on the front of our building, I have never felt the rage that I felt that day, consuming. Because they not only attacked what I love, but they attacked the God I love. They attacked his character, because God does not love abortion. And then a still small voice inside of me said, look at their faces. I went in my office and I shut the door. And I pulled up the camera footage and I sat there and I watched. I watched them destroy our building. I watched them throw the bricks through the windows. And it started with a small ripple, just like that pebble. I was hit with compassion, and then it just started rolling in. So being pro-Jesus and loving like him means that I love the person, and I pray for the person who vandalized our building. And I pray for the person who makes threats, and I pray for the person who doesn't understand the value of life. You see, what we know to be true, and they do not begin to understand, is that when you lean the ladder of your life on the cross, everything changes. Jesus gives you eyes to see. See the truth of the lies, the brokenness, the lost, the blind, and the hostile. In this world whose lives are leaning on nothing, we have the answer. Jesus is the answer. So where do we go from here? What do we do in a world that is set against us? Coming up, over these next few weeks, we are looking at the potential, dare I say probable, end of legalized abortion in Iowa. That deserves a clap. Desperation will increase. Unplanned pregnancies will continue. Destination abortions, at-home abortions, babies at risk for neglect, mothers struggling with isolation, depression, children being removed from their homes, the general lack of bandwidth and resources in government agencies that are already overrun with not enough workers and too many clients. This growing lack of immediate access will create a growing need and a growing demand to help. Agape will stand in the gap. We must. You, as the army of God, must be prepared to stand in the gap because we have the answer. We have the answer for this world today. We have hope. So, I'm going to end tonight with my famous phrase that I use in a lot of my emails, but I think it holds true today. Until the day that the unborn are never at risk, pregnancy is always within the confines of marriage, a woman is always safe, a man lives into being the father of his children, and the family is not broken apart by the effects of sin, until the day of Jesus' return, you will find Agape serving for the cause of Christ. Thank you for standing strong with us and with Christ. Thank you.